Man, this costume doesn't even fit me anymore. Happy Halloween, guys! I was planning on doing a Zhongli cosplay instead, but it wouldn't come in on time, so instead we're doing Lai Ren from Ruby. But anyways, hammer time!
When it comes to the different lines for Beyblade X, the UX line is definitely my most favorite. One of the first 3 UX blades released as part of that line was Hell's Hammer, or Hammer Incendio in the Hasbro version. Hammer Incendio sounds cooler. Hammer Incendio is the 3rd blade in the Incendio line, with it being the 3-sided blade with the very thick blades. The unique gimmick with this blade is the ability to deliver very powerful smashdown attacks. It has a super aggressive look that seems more capable of attacks than the other Incendio blades, even the CX Evolution Reaper Incendio. Many fans consider Hammer Incendio to be the strongest of the Incendio series simply because of the attack capabilities with a weight of 33.6. It's not super terrible for a balance type. The blade design definitely is capable of delivering some strong attacks even with its stock combo. Hammer Incendio was also the first instance of getting Hexa, which would go on to be one of the most used bits in the meta, mostly for defense.
Damn you, Wizard Rod!
Hexa is a perfect fit for Hammer Incendio to use on its stock combo since it was a bit that kept the blade from falling over or getting knocked out, and the 370 would also make its debut as a decent height ratchet that fell in between the realm of good and bad. Hammer Incendio actually has a pretty weird history. In its initial release, there was a defect in its design where it was capable of being a left spinner since it could somehow fit itself on a left spin launcher. Takara Tomy had to put out a ruling declaring that Hammer Incendio was to be used as a right spin blade, thereby crushing players' dreams of having the first dual spin blade of Beyblade X. Later releases of Hammer Incendio like the Blue Medical version and the Barcelona Coat version, and even the Hasbro release of Hammer Incendio would later correct this design flaw, returning Hammer Incendio to being a pure right spin as intended and no longer being able to fit on the left spin launchers. Now that I really think about it, they should have made Hammer Incendio the first dual spin blade and made it its unique gimmick. That would have been way cooler. I think that Hammer Incendio is definitely one of the more underappreciated blades that we got in Beyblade X. I personally really like it. It's got the great blade design, the excellent gear motif artwork, and it seems like it functions rather well if you can find the right playstyle for it. How Robin keeps getting his ass kicked every episode of the anime that he uses this is a mystery for the ages. I previously did a video where I talked about putting it on 960 Low Rush, and for some reason you all are going back and watching that. Thank you very much. But now, because Hammer Incendio is so undervalued and because it's Halloween, I wanted to tell you all my personal favorite combos to use with Hammer Incendio. So we are really hunting souls with this one. Now again, just a full disclaimer, these are not guaranteed to win you your Halloween party tournaments. What I found good, you might find bad, so I encourage you to just practice and experiment to find what really suits you. Alright, so first up, Hammer Incendio on 560 point. This is the classic balance combo that can adapt to whatever situation given. With the 560, we have a strong weight distribution all along the blade to keep it stable and have stamina, and point, being one of the better balance bits in the game, is able to give Hammer Incendio a strong attack movement, not losing speed on extreme dash, and has good stamina conservative power that can give a strong attack. By focusing on the stability and letting Hammer Incendio just use the main blade on contacts, we have it just unleash strong, simple attacks so that it can just do what it is meant for, performing strong smash attacks on the opponent to destabilize them or even just knocking them out. This has resulted in many consistent spin finishes and best case scenario, extreme or knockout finishes. The easiest way to build this combo is by getting the Leon Claw single, which comes with both 560 and point, but otherwise 560 you can find with the Sting Unicorn single and the Chain Incendio dual packs. Point is a pretty common bit to find in multiple sets. Even the custom set that the blue Hammer Incendio comes in has a blue point. Next up, Hammer Incendio on 360 Rush. This combo we focus purely on the attack, 360 and Rush providing a great height for Hammer Incendio to use its blade design the most effectively. Since Rush gives off the attack more frequently, it's pretty much making Hammer Incendio the equivalent of constantly swinging its hammer around until everything's dead. With the 360 contact points lined up for added power and rush, able to give off constant extreme dashes, we have Hammer Incendio just go in as a constant attack rate, both having great force of attack and also taking advantage of the blade design for knockouts or destabilization. It's good that Rush provides a decent height for Hammer Incendio, since the metal on the main blade can end up hitting on the sloped areas to really deal the most damage. Having Hammer Incendio on the attack build really helps the most on getting the most effective knockouts. 360 is a pretty common ratchet to find in practically every set, and Rush you can get from the Hasbro Extreme Stadium, the Green Wizard Rod single, and the Red Hulk dual pack. Next up, Hammer Incendio on 370 kick. This is considered a more aggro version of the stock combo. 370, we give Hammer Incendio the proper height needed to really perform the downward smash attacks, and Kick is able to give the stability of Hexa, but it will also act like Taper, moving Hammer Incendio in a more aggressive way where it will have high speed on extreme dash and also conserve stamina. With 370's height being 7mm, the blade has a good tall height to really do the smash down attack, especially when Kick allows Hammer Incendio to go full speed on extreme dash. When the speed generates, it makes the impact a whole lot more powerful and has led to consistent extreme or over finishes. It makes Hammer Incendio really take advantage of the blades that it has, so the bottom slope of the blades can just send the opponent flying upon contact. Kick right now is only available with the Reaper Incendio single. Next, Hammer Incendio on 180 Unite. Now I know this is a pretty odd combo, but it does provide a tall height for the downward smash and heavy attack. Unite grants extra speed and stamina for Hammer Incendio to make the attacks a lot more effective. While the very tall height is a little bit concerning, the thing about the 180 ratchet is that it's a very tight fit ratchet, so we won't have to worry too much about bursting, even though it is kind of a small minor concern. But 180 really does have very large amounts of power, especially when Hammer Incendio goes in on the downward smash. Unite can make Hammer Incendio more fast and not lose stamina so that it can quickly get that knockout in, and the 180 also provides it with escape from the pocket ability given it's a one-sided ratchet and really tall. 180 you can get from the Shadow Shinobi single and the Cow Sphinx dual pack, the Red Hulk dual pack, and also the T-Rex dual pack. You can also get Unite from that same T-Rex dual pack and also the Pearl Tiger dual pack. Next, Hammer Incendio on 360 low flat. This is a super strong and super fast attack combo that aims low and goes for the big hits. With the combo, we have Hammer Incendio go full speed on extreme dash and still retaining a low height so that we can instead perform upper smash attacks. While the build sacrifices stamina, it still retains some hard-hitting attacks. The main goal really is to get quick and aggressive knockouts or drain the opponent of all their stamina with the large hits. Most of the time, the contact points on Hammer Incendio are wide enough where the low flat movement speed can utilize them to create a very strong attack that sends the opponent flying. Aiming for a low height really makes the opposing Beyblade betray its center of gravity and makes an upward smash that will lead to knockouts. With this build, we managed to deliver consistent knockouts, and because the hit is so powerful with the force generated from the speed, it even sometimes leads to the opponent's ratchets just falling off. Low flat right now is available with the purple Keel Shark single, the Bite Croc dual pack, and the yellow Nightland single. Hammer Incendio may not be the meta bay that everyone is looking for, but when I say it's fun, it's legit fun. Seriously, it's definitely one of the better looking blades and one of the better designed ones. Though when it comes to its smash attack, it does take a bit of customization and practice to really get the unique gimmick of this blade to work to its full potential. It is technically not a useless blade, and I think that you will have some fun with it when you really play around with it. But let me know what you guys think about Hammer Incendio in the comments down below, what your personal favorite combos are for it. I always like talking about combos with you guys. And also, if you're interested, check out sponsor of the channel, Mall of Toys, where you can get your own Takaratomi imports, and also there's a Canada site where you can get stuff shipped from Canada to all over Canada. And if you want to use my code HaruRenBakuTalk at checkout, you will get 5% off your order. Support this channel by pressing the thumbs up and give us a subscribe for more awesome Beyblade content. I've been Haru Ren, and remember, keep being serious about having fun. Bye! Get the hair out of my eyes. Yeah, we're never doing this cosplay again.